Greetings, seekers of wisdom and truth. Welcome to today's captivating tale from the ancient land of Japan. Imagine a world filled with cherry blossoms and the whispers of a Zen master's teachings. In this story, we follow Hiroshi, a humble farmer, as he discovers the transformative power of forgiveness. Join us as we explore how these timeless teachings can touch our hearts and inspire us to bring love and compassion into our own lives. Get ready to embark on a journey of self-discovery and find out how forgiveness can truly change everything. Let's dive in. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village nestled amidst rolling hills in ancient Japan, there lived a kind-hearted farmer named Hiroshi. Hiroshi was loved by all the villagers for his hard work and his willingness to lend a helping hand whenever someone needed it. He tended to his crops with care, bringing forth a bountiful harvest year after year. However, not everything was idyllic in Hiroshi's village. There was a powerful and wealthy landowner named Takeshi, who always seemed to be seeking more land and power. Takeshi would often exploit those less fortunate, causing misery and hardship. One day, Takeshi's greed and malice turned towards Hiroshi. Takeshi demanded that Hiroshi give up a portion of his land, claiming it as his own. Hiroshi, knowing the importance of his land, refused to yield. This angered Takeshi, who vowed to seek revenge on Hiroshi for daring to defy him. One sunny morning, Hiroshi awoke to find his precious cherry blossom tree, a symbol of beauty and resilience, completely destroyed. Its branches were broken, and its pink petals lay scattered on the ground. Hiroshi's heart sank, and his eyes filled with tears. Filled with anger and despair, Hiroshi contemplated seeking revenge against Takeshi for this act of cruelty. He wanted to make Takeshi feel the same pain he had experienced. But as Hiroshi sat under the remains of his beloved tree, he remembered the wise Zen master who lived in the village. Determined to find solace and guidance, Hiroshi made his way to the Zen master's cottage. Upon entering, he saw the serene face of the old master, who greeted him with a warm smile. Hiroshi poured out his anguish, telling the Zen master about the destruction of his cherished cherry blossom tree and his desire for revenge. The Zen master listened intently, his eyes filled with compassion. He knew that revenge would only perpetuate a cycle of pain and suffering, both for Hiroshi and the village as a whole. With a gentle voice, the Zen master uttered these words of wisdom: "In holding on to anger and seeking revenge, we only destroy ourselves." Hiroshi was bewildered. He asked the Zen master, "But how can forgiveness destroy my enemy, master?" The old master smiled as he shared a simple parable with Hiroshi. Imagine two villagers whose families have been feuding for generations. One day, one of the villagers decides to let go of the grudge and offers forgiveness. The enemy becomes bewildered, unable to grasp this act of kindness. With time, the enemy also realizes the futility of harboring hatred. Through forgiveness, the enemy becomes a friend and an ally. Thus, forgiveness has the power to destroy the enemy within. Hiroshi pondered the master's words. He began to understand that revenge would only perpetuate the pain and suffering he had endured. By choosing forgiveness, he could break the cycle and ultimately destroy his enemy. But there was still much to learn on this path of forgiveness. With gratitude in his heart, Hiroshi thanked the Zen master and left his cottage, determined to embrace forgiveness and find a way to destroy his enemy through love and compassion. And so, Hiroshi's journey towards forgiveness had just begun, with the teachings of the Zen master echoing in his heart. With newfound strength, he set out to prove that the destruction of an enemy could be achieved through inner growth and empathy. Little did Hiroshi know that his acts of forgiveness would have a profound impact on his own life and the lives of those around him. As Hiroshi walked along the village road, the warm rays of the sun caressed his face. He couldn't help but smile as he thought about the journey he had embarked upon. Hiroshi had experienced the power of forgiveness, and he knew that he had the ability to transform his relationship with Takeshi. Word spread quickly throughout the village about Hiroshi's acts of forgiveness. People started to notice the change in Hiroshi in the way he treated others with kindness and compassion. At first, some villagers were skeptical, unable to fathom how forgiving Takeshi could possibly lead to any positive outcome. But as they witnessed Hiroshi's transformation, they too began to question their own grudges and resentments. One day, Takeshi, who had been observing Hiroshi from a distance, approached him tentatively. Hiroshi's heart filled with a mixture of emotions as he faced his former enemy. Takeshi looked down at the ground, unable to meet Hiroshi's gaze. "Hiroshi, I have seen the changes you have made in your life through forgiveness." Takeshi began hesitantly. "I too have come to realize the error of my ways. I am sorry for the pain I have caused you in the village." Hiroshi gently placed a hand on Takeshi's shoulder, his eyes softening with understanding. "Takeshi, thank you for your honesty. It takes great courage to admit one's mistakes and seek forgiveness. Let us move forward together and heal the wounds of the past." And so, Hiroshi and Takeshi began to rebuild their relationship. They worked side by side, repairing the damage that had been done not just physically but emotionally as well. The villagers watched in awe as the two men, once bitter enemies, now became allies in their efforts to foster unity and harmony within the community. As the village prepared for its annual festival, Hiroshi and Takeshi stood side by side, planting a new cherry blossom tree in the center of the village square. The cherry blossoms symbolized the rebirth of their friendship and the power of forgiveness to create new beginning. The villagers gathered around, their hearts filled with hope and joy. The Zen master, who had witnessed the transformation of Hiroshi and Takeshi, approached the crowd. With a serene smile, he said, "Through forgiveness, Hiroshi has taught us a valuable lesson. We have witnessed how the destruction of an enemy can be achieved not through revenge, but through the power of love and compassion." The village erupted into applause and celebration. The lessons learned through Hiroshi's journey resonated deeply with each villager. They understood that forgiveness was not a weakness, but a strength that had the power to heal wounds, mend relationships, and bring about true transformation. As the festival continued, the villagers embraced the teachings they had witnessed. They began to let go of their own grudges and resentments, choosing forgiveness over anger. Hiroshi had planted a seed of forgiveness that would continue to grow and blossom in the hearts of the villagers for generations to come. And so, Hiroshi's journey of forgiveness came to an end, but its impact continued to ripple through the village. The lessons learned would forever guide the villagers towards a path of love, compassion, and unity. Seekers, we have journeyed alongside Hiroshi as he learned the transformative power of forgiveness. This story beautifully demonstrates how forgiveness can destroy the enemy within and bring about incredible change in our lives. The moral of this story is clear: when we choose forgiveness over revenge, we unlock a path to healing, reconciliation, and personal growth. By letting go of anger and embracing compassion, we can break the cycle of pain and create a ripple effect of positivity in our relationships and communities. So, how can we apply this moral in our own lives? Start by reflecting on any grudges or resentments you may be holding on to. Practice forgiving those who have wronged you, not for their benefit, but for your own peace of mind and emotional well-being. Remember, forgiving doesn't mean forgetting or condoning harmful behavior, but rather releasing the burden of bitterness and allowing yourself to move forward. Together, let's embrace the teachings of Hiroshi's journey, choosing forgiveness, love, and compassion in our own lives. Seekers, if you love such short stories and life-changing lessons, don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Your support makes a huge difference to us. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey. May the power of forgiveness guide you to a life filled with joy, peace, and growth.